There we go. I think we're live. Let's close that. Do the usual. Say hello to everyone. There we go. Sorry, I haven't quite set this up. There we go. Just going to announce this in our little group of people. Yeah, we'll basically continue what we did yesterday. But because I wasn't really happy with how Jolt went. Well, sorry, compilation time, I should say. So compilation time is too slow with Jolt when you're rebuilding from scratch. So what I tried to do carelessly is I tried to immediately hang on, just get the chat up. I'll go back to what I was saying. Alright. Chat is up on my screen. Great. Yeah, anyway. So, I started to edit Jolt's source code to do what I wanted. The problem was I didn't even test if it worked without me editing it. So, yeah. It didn't work. Surprising no one. So instead of being as rash instead of being super rash like I was yesterday. Oh yeah, we're gonna have better physics than Tears of the Kingdom. Effectively, we're gonna do the. I've talked about this before, where when you're making your own game engine, as Ratchet, you're probably familiar as well. You get to decide what's in it. And basically, we're just going to rip out a bunch of stuff that I do not care about at all. But I was a bit too early on that. I ripped it out too early, if that makes sense. I didn't even test if it ran, and then it kind of just didn't work. So I was like, okay, yeah, let's go back and figure out actually how this works. And then, I mean, it was compiling and linking and stuff, but I hadn't actually tested if it ran. So yeah. I always do that. It's like a bad habit of mine where I end up sorry, just saw my mic where I jump the gun. So yeah, as you can see, there's a bunch of red underlines, which means we're gonna have some. This is stuff I changed and kind of went back because it didn't work. So yeah, we're gonna rip out a bunch of stuff that I just dislike. But yeah, let's get into. A lot of it is just removing inheritance, but you know, a lot of what I want to get rid of is this is the Jolt source code. We're going to get rid of soft body physics. I'm never going to use that. We're going to get rid of hair physics, and I'm going to remove vehicle physics for now because none of that is relevant at the moment, and it's just making things take forever to compile. So, I'm sure they're absolutely fantastic and they do amazing things, but I don't need soft body physics, and I don't need to simulate hair. So yeah, that's what we're getting on. Oh, I didn't know that. Sorry, my mic's acting up a little bit. So the Zelda team, yeah, basically I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be messing around with the interface. I'm going to be doing what I want to do instead. Obviously, we're going to instead of expanding upon Havoc, which I assume is what they did, the Zelda team, we're going to be removing features pretty much for compilation speed, runtime performance. Not that simulation is that intensive for runtime performance. It can be, but to quote John Blow, if your simulation is taking a ton of time, then your rendering is also taking a ton of time because you have to render the assets that are being simulated. So yeah, let's break into this. First things first, I just want to turn this down a little bit. Also, this particular demo is fantastic. The product. All right. Right. Where should we start? Yeah, okay, so yeah, I'm gonna bring up the no, I don't need to do that. I already have the solution, so we're gonna bring up the Jolt Visual Studio solution that has nothing messed with it, and we're gonna basically bring back to baseline what the Hello World program is, get it to run, and then start removing stuff. I should have done that. That's the way I should have done it. I didn't. I removed stuff, then expected the Hello World program to work without testing individual bits as I went. Wait, why is the object browser here? Yeah, go away. Yeah, so we have this guy. Don't need that. So yeah, we're just gonna be like, all right. So some of the stuff we did yesterday is gonna be a bit of a repeat. I hope that isn't that boring, but you know, this is actually one of the easiest things to fix. The difficult part is actually getting the what is it called? Removing everything. Soft body physics being the most delicate thing to remove. So yeah, I'm just gonna what do I want to do? I want to take all these classes, and yeah, we've already set up the CMake, so this should be a lot faster. So yeah, this will be a recap episode. Yeah, it's just me being a bit too aggressive with my I want to take this. Yes. Nope. I want to keep going. What else did that's what I want. So that should fix all the errors that are to do with missing namespaces. And or not. Okay. No, I think IntelliSense is. Oh, whatever. It's an easy thing to fix with a search and replace. Is it? Is the cheapest license 100k? Yo, what? No wonder I don't see Havoc. I wonder if that's like I wonder if Havoc's still used. I literally, you know, you used to see like the beginning of video games, you used to see like the Havoc logo, like made with Havoc or whatever. Oops. I wonder if it's still around, because that was one thing I was thinking about. You know what I'm missing? The includes for standard out, I think. Yeah. Okay. So we need standard org and IO. Standard org. G. Yes. No. I can't remember what it's called. I'll grab that in a minute. IO stream. I don't. What is it? C++. Standard org. What is it? Yes. Oh, C false. The C version is .h, and when you're doing it like that, you've got to do the C. Right. Okay. So that should hopefully remove most of the things. I'm going to leave my print function in. There's no reason to remove it. Only in recent games I've known use heavily modified versions of Havoc. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, that's true. That's true. Tears of the Kingdom is relatively recent. Let's say, what do I want? I want foundation log.hpp. So yeah, this will be another shorty stream. So what I'm gonna do is we're not gonna have an init function. The reason we're not going to have an init function is this code originally is all just in main. So I think we've got to set it up in a way that it likes, if that makes sense. We're going to run this in main, just have a breakpoint after the physics simulation, and then call it there, and then kind of build backwards. Otherwise, we're going to end up in the same situation again, where I'm trying to split up things before I've even got anything, before I confirm anything works. And the simplest solution then is to yeah, just wholesale copy the hello world program, which is very good, but it's just not the way I want to write code, which is completely fine. We're going to put this all in here, and we're just going to call this function in the middle of the loop. Hopefully that satisfies all the compilation errors. Update physics is already in main. We're just going to comment out the insert physics and the shutdown. And okay. Okay, something's unhappy. Right, I'm just going to doubt these. Does this know what it is? Oh, I'm an idiot. I've removed the object that we're going to be using to run these functions. Right. Okay, so what's this? A bunch of doesn't know what array is. Why wouldn't you know what array is? I mean, I can just include array just in case. I highly doubt. You know, I'll put physics below foundation just in case there's a circular include. Yeah, okay, so that was probably it. No? But I'll include array anyway. Array. Okay. Alright, we're gonna... Alright, we're just gonna build and just... Would you mind if I say something that's a bit rude? About what in particular? Yeah, you know what? I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. It's not like you're about to, I don't know, hail Hitler or something. Or something insane. Okay, so array already exists. How do I get around this? Interesting. Where's array? I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit nervous on what you might say that's considered rude. Jolt physics array exists. Okay, so there's a collision. Wonder why that didn't work. Name collision is ambiguous. How do I get around this? I could just put everything in a namespace to separate out because everything's in an anonymous namespace. Yeah, hopefully we're just gonna be vibing. I feel like the reason I stopped streaming was I want to talk about this. I've kind of been thinking about this. I did stop streaming briefly. I think for like a month and a half or so. I think I got too obsessed with metrics. Also, I was doing the Casey Moratori course on performance-aware programming, and the reason I'll get back to that in a minute. I just want to voice this. I think it's I want to be a bit more casual with my live streams and just not worry about metrics and just kind of, you know, do stuff for fun, for its own sake. Not worrying about anything in particular. You know, if I end up making anything out of this, then whatever. You know, cool. If I don't end up making anything out of this, then, you know, whatever. You know, it's just like I thought we'd be hanging out with each other. So yeah, okay. That's I thought it was set up because it's kind of like this is the motivation anyway to get back into it, and that's why the streams are going to be hopefully more frequent. That's the plan anyway, and shorter, just because there are things like the Casey Moratori's performance aware course that I really want to dig into, that I can't obviously live stream that because that's paid for content, and you could technically say I'm pirating it if I broadcast out videos that Casey has made about performance online. So that's the motivation where I kind of condense down. So you may see basically me make less progress overall because I'm doing like other things in tandem. Because I don't want to get too worked up with like worrying about, oh no, I've got to make enough progress, and then I've got to make sure that the stream is at least interesting. So I've got to be like doing something that's kind of remotely interesting. I kind of got on my own head for a while. I was like, I can only stream when I'm ready. And I thought, you know what? Ready for what? You know what I mean? It's just, if I end up spending an hour and a half making no progress, I end up spending an hour and a half making no progress. Yeah. Okay. So you said it's a bit, it's a tad bit ambiguous to decide to convert. Ambitious to convert a whole big physics library from OPP to data-oriented design when you're not familiar with it in the first place. I honestly thought you'd have slightly better opinion of me. No. That was kind of a joke, obviously. About the insane stuff. No, you can say you want. No, I do have high opinions on you, my guy. You're always turning up. You're always being a nice guy in the chat. You're always sharing resources. Nah. No offense taken on my end either at all. Literally. No, what I'm gonna do is not try and convert the whole library to data-oriented design. All I'm gonna do is just change bits, the interface. So if it's got inheritance structures, it's got whatever going on in Jolt, cool. You know what? Just gonna leave it alone. That's it. It's just gonna be fine. All I'm gonna do is remove stuff that I'm not using. That's the only thing I'm gonna do. So soft body physics. Fortunately, it's really easy to do that. As far as I can tell, anyway. Maybe I'm making a big mistake here, but we'll find out today by making sure that rigid body physics even works. Constraints are going to be left alone completely. Skeleton's going to be left alone. I'm going to remove vehicle stuff. Like I said, the only thing I'm going to do is just say, oh, I'm using a class here that has some inheritance. All right, let's just get rid of the inheritance and just write all my code directly in the library itself because we have the source code. And then if I need to make it, if I need to move around the constructor and make an initialization function, because I want to initialize stuff a bit later on, then I will. Outside of that, I'm not going to touch the library. The only reason I'm touching the rigid body physics is because rebuild takes so long. And I'm just going to make sure I remove. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. I'm going to remove the metal code that does the metal debug renderer and the DirectX debug renderer. We're just going to use the Vulkan. So effectively, we take register types and we just remove out stuff that we don't need, like hair, motor settings, etc. So yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, I don't know, let's just say break into a. In theory, this shouldn't be too bad. I'm not gonna go like, oh, I don't like this template, I'm gonna rewrite the whole thing. I'm not gonna do that. That would honestly take too long, and I wouldn't get anything done. Not get anything done. So yeah, I'm gonna leave this, but anything that's interface, API related, that has you'll see a lot of maybe unused, all that kind of stuff. I'm just gonna write into that level itself. So that's the goal. Hopefully I won't break anything in the process. There is a risk, like you would imagine, if I'm not familiar with it and I do modify something like remove, say, soft body physics, which is the highest risk, don't get me wrong, I'm aware, and then I realize I've made some subtle mistake that breaks everything. I'm totally prepared to just kind of swallow my pride and just put it back. Doesn't matter. It now takes I don't know how long, 7 minutes to compile from scratch. It takes 7 minutes to compile from scratch. I would like it not to, but if that ends up happening and I can't get it to work, development time is going to be beaten by compilation time at that point. So this is just going to be a one change. I just did it stupidly. That's the only reason I'm doing it again. I did it in like the worst way possible. So yeah, that's my reasoning. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, it's more responsible. So yeah, it's gonna see. We're gonna see if we can do it. If we can't do it, then it is what it is. I'm still just gonna have the source code here because I do like debugging into it. I think that's kind of cool. I did originally have STL in here, but I was like, why am I compiling this? Because what I could do, honestly, sorry to ramble so much, is I could literally just put all of Jolt in a precompiled header and then just forget about it, right? Except for rebuilds, it would basically be the same. So yeah, that's the plan. If it goes wrong, it goes wrong. I'll say I'll learn, and we'll move on. Right, okay, so I need to regenerate my CMake. My CMake is missing a bunch of stuff at the moment. My CMake has the reduced code base, but we can't not have everything in this library if we're not deleting it. And that's the other thing. I might re-add vehicles, but if I'm not using them, I'm not going to put them in. For now, anyway. Effectively, I literally want the simplest type of rigid bodies, but you know, in theory, this should be faster. I'm just a bit stubborn with the way I want to do things. Greetings, Relics. How are you doing, dude? Hi, Marco. Martin. How you doing? WD YouTube. About CPP modules. What do I think about CPP modules? Would you consider using them in your project? Okay, that answers my question. I honestly haven't touched modules. Why? Because I code. I take what's in C++ 26 and prior, and only take the things that I kind of want to write, like flat arrays and stuff like that. So I very much stick to C, like C++. So I guess I've never really programmed something like Python in Anger to know exactly how good modules are in comparison to headers and source files. I know the compilation time is like, linking is such a pain in the neck because of things being broken up into individual source files. So I am aware there is a problem here, but overall I'm just like, I'm just vibing with the way I do stuff at the moment. So if other people want to take on, if you want to do that, Marco, and fully adopt modules, I'm totally for it. I mean, obviously modules are at 20, but you know what I mean when I say 26 and below, everything up until that point. So anyway, let's grab all the source code that we removed. So there is a little bit more. There's not that much I removed, to be honest. So yeah, let's smash apart this guy. So yeah, what I'm going to do now is just copy and paste all the source code. Again, this is a Jolt's physics engine. This I should maybe link it in the description. What we're going to be doing today is modifying that engine. I will post. Give me a minute, guys. I thought it might be useful. I think I talked about it yesterday. Let's see. Grab this. It's a very active project, which is super cool. Open source. Throw that in chat. So that's what we're modifying. You guys can click on it. I don't know how to edit the description live, so I'll just leave that. Yeah, you can go to it, give it a star, perhaps, or something like that. I'm definitely going to credit this. Right, let's regenerate the project. Oh really? Yeah, I haven't touched modules. I mean, I tried to, but like you said, I think the only time I tried to work with modules was like in I think it was literally 2020. It was just before COVID. And they literally just didn't work in Visual Studios at the time. So I was kind of like, oh, okay, I guess I won't use them then. Right, let's just see if I can compile Jolt by itself, and then we have to worry about the array namespacing collision. Oh yeah, that makes sense to use them in shaders. I learned to use C++ modules. I highly suggest making that part of your plan and decision in the architect. So you learn to use them, and you suggest. Oh, okay. So if you started off with them, it's like a really good idea to like start off building around. Oops. So we. So you want to plan. You don't want to add them in after the fact, basically. No, rebuild. It takes a 7-minute like rebuild. I haven't actually timed it, but you know, if I'm going to be working on this for years, a small amount of rebuild time like adds up over the years. You know, that's the whole motivation. You know, if I'm sitting here, so like compiling that by itself is fine, but it's only compiling the stuff it's missing. Because we compiled stuff earlier because it's incremental building. But it's around that much if I compile from scratch. I want it to be ideally like a minute, but that's just, you know, looking at the long term of my whole life. You know, do I want to be, you know, letting compilation times just get worse and worse over time when I'm going to be working on those for a long time? Anyway, okay, so namespaces. So the solution here is to do something. I did originally put these in namespaces, but I want to. What is the correct thing to do here? So yeah, this is all ambiguous because I've included. Oh, I'm an idiot. It's already in a namespace. I've just put the namespace in the header. This is okay. This is like, yeah, this is kind of an awkward. The reason I did that, yeah, we don't need to do that at all. I kind of added that in out of laziness. Yeah, be careful. This is like, it's such a big inner mistake that I haven't made in such a long time that it's like confused me. All right, so yeah, we can literally just remove that, and then the ambiguousness is gone. We just need to add it in manually, which is completely chill. Yeah, so hold on. Let's just GPH. So this is the thing, like this was thing that was like I would worry about in like in the previous like live stream. I'd be like, oh no, things have gone wrong. I made a beginner mistake. Like, who cares, bro? Let's just let's just vibe. You know what I mean? We're vibing in chat, bro. It is what it is. Everyone forgets the semicolon now and again. I think the other thing is the literal, which I learnt about recently, is to do with an R, an underscore R, which I think is just means real. Yeah, no problem. Oh, my mic's a bit crunchy. Yeah, I'm trying to hopefully that's better. Yeah, thanks TT for letting me know. That hopefully you should have fixed it. I had to keep hitting the volume button to. The mic's a little busted, admittedly. I can hear myself speak, so I was a bit crunchy, but I wasn't quite sure if it was coming through. Oops. So yeah, let's rock on. Adding all the boring namespaces back. I think this needs to go here. Trace is a thing as well. Factory. So once this compiles, then we get to the fun start of the stream where we just like start deleting stuff, and hopefully, I think the first thing I should do is remove No, I should do the easy stuff like get rid of vehicles. That's completely isolated. So yeah, we'll do vehicles, hair, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so this is for the... I'm sure there's an implicit conversion there, but... static. So we have a static body and a dynamic body, which is just controlled by forces, versus something that isn't controlled. You know, it's just got like infinite mass, effectively. And then we're just gonna... It just prints to the console and lets you know what ended up happening. There we go. So we're almost done. Just a couple of extra. Dang. Yeah, right. I'll just leave standard out for now. And then we'll clean up the rest of the compilation issues. Dude. Delete. And physics system intit. Oh, I went a bit too gung-ho with that. These also need thingamajigs. Alright. That should... No, it's done it again. Yeah, yeah, I think this mic might be out. I just had myself go a bit crunchy there. Okay, so the problem is if I turn up the gain just to make my voice a bit louder, the mic starts to get immediately crunchy. Yeah, maybe I should have spent a little bit more money on this mic. It's the Blue Yeti. But it is what it is. Alright, what's the issues? Warning, error. Oh, redefinition. Where is it? Did I put it in the CBP as well? Oh yeah, that was right. I was trying to do stuff that I didn't need to put in. Oh no, I want it in the CBP. It's redefined in the header. Yep, it's the problem with copy and pasting. You make silly mistakes. Anyway, build. Can you adjust the vol? No. If I bring up the volume for the stream, this is the max I can take it. I mean, there's probably something I'm missing. I can turn myself down, but that's about it. Yeah. Maybe I'll turn down the gain a bit and just speak a bit closer to the mic, because that's usually the issue. It's like this gainness. No, I keep bringing up that. Right, where were we? Okay, so it didn't fail. Let's just catch it with everyone. So you suggest purchasing... I was loud enough, great. Yeah, let me know if I'm too loud as well, that's the other thing, you know. Okay, I just want to... I don't want to repeat what I was doing last time, where I was like, effectively, in my first couple of streams, you couldn't hear much at all. So you highly suggest purchasing JetBrains Reshaper subscription and plugin for Visual Studio. It's amazingly helpful. You got to reduce your volume now. Yeah, no problem. Let's turn down the gain then. All right, gain is at 0. And I'll just make sure that I'm closer to the microphone. And yeah, you guys let me know if that's good. Yeah, okay. I will do that. Thanks for the suggestions, guys. It's always helpful. I will make sure that... sorry about that. I'll make sure that I sort that out. That's good. Okay, cool. Great. So I just need to be closer. So, JetBrains Reshaper. It's just basically C-line. Reshaper is basically C-line refactoring tool, right? Yeah, I'm not sure actually. Yeah, what is Reshaper? What does it do? Right, let's before we go any further. I really don't care about warnings at the moment. I just want to see if it does anything. Alright. Fingers crossed this doesn't completely poop. Oh yeah, okay. This is where it was erroring last time because I changed too much. I literally just want to see if it gets past that point. Okay, cool. I should show everyone what I've been up to. Let's remove the physics for a minute. Let's make sure the shutdown is also... Yeah, it's good. Everything's removed. Yeah, so this is what I've been up to, right? Since I've been away. I have been working on this. So... I've removed the lighting for a minute, but yeah, I have like a basic system where we have like the objects are split into two, so yeah, they keep accelerating. But I have movement, I have different objects that are rendered and they all have their own movement, so yeah. That is likely, yeah, that, okay, so that error is in Jolt because I'm not shutting it down properly. Cool, so yeah, that's what crackers. Yeah, I love little ducks, so yeah, we gotta put that in. We gotta put it in. That also works on Linux. I think if this goes really well, this stream anyway, I will literally just end stream and then go on Linux. That's another thing I'm gonna start doing is, if I need to, I will just end stream and then start it again on Linux. Because, you know, I can't... I don't know if it's possible to... Yeah, I would literally have to shut down the computer I'm streaming on. And I don't want to do any, like, remote desktop. We're just gonna move over. So, okay, so let's begin with the removing of stuff that I'm not going to use for now in chunks. And yeah, so we have... So the goal is with that, anyway, as you saw the ducks floating around on the rocks, is to have like at least some collision detection going on with some body physics. So yeah, that's the next goal. Actually, I do need to make sure that any instance of vehicle is removed from the physics engine, which is actually quite easy to do. It's one of the simpler ones. I've already done this. Just wheel, vehicle, anything that suggests of that. I think the registered types down here. Oh, missed one. Wheel, WT, motorcycle control. We'll remove hair next. Motor settings. That might be a literal motor, not a motor. Ooh. Very cool song, but let's turn that down a little bit. Okay, so that should remove all the physics. The physics is actually one of the easiest things to get rid of. Sorry, I keep saying physics. I mean vehicle stuff. So build. Reload. Oh, and we did have an error, which is just motorcycle settings needs to be removed. Let's get rid of motor, just make sure that's... It's one of the things I really like about this. Yeah, apart from that, really like about this physics engine is I can just literally remove stuff and it's just completely fine. It does not freak out. It's not all... It's like, apart from soft body physics, as you would imagine, everything's like componentized. So it's like a really base piece of software. Despite it being object oriented, which, you know, that's just a preference at this point when it comes to this, when it's this well written. So anyway, Build Jolt. Yeah. And then we're going to build everything. Break. Oh, hang on. Need to put that breakpoint back in. And physics. Right, close. So I'm going to be a little bit less aggressive. I'm going to be way less aggressive with the removing of other stuff. That was, I know, that is the simplest to remove. So that's why I could just go, all right, delete it. We're going to be like making sure this works every single time. Yeah, okay. That's all I care about. As long as because the Hello World program, just so people are aware what we're doing, it has a whole, like a little while loop, and as soon as the collision detection kind of gets out of range, it kind of stops being active, and then this leaves this while loop. So it is doing a full physics simulation. It's just printing the values to standard out instead of like displaying anything. So as long as we can do that, then I'm happy. So yeah, hair is next. Hair again is just... a lot of this is going to be like, does my game design need it? So yeah, I'm not deleting literally everything. You know, I could get rid of object stream if I'm not going to build a level editor, for example, but I'm not entirely sure if I do or do not want that. But I don't see myself ever making a game where I need to simulate hair. I mean, it would be cool, but yeah, I'm going to add that in if I need it, rather than just have it lying around constantly recompiling. So yeah, that's the soft body stuff. Where's the hair? There it is. Alright, get rid of this. This should be... I don't think it touches anything we did. And again, it's componentized kind of like the vehicle stuff, so we'll be able to remove that, I think, relatively freely. And I'm just going to run that. Okay, so yeah, I hadn't updated the registered types. So hair settings, something I need to get rid of. Get rid of that. Get rid of this, and we're good to go. I think if I just compile Jolt again. This one has a little bit more going on, but it's, again, because we're just doing rigid bodies. And F10? Question mark? Okay. Okay, so what's next? What else did I get rid of? Let me look at this CMake. I did get rid of something else, but it was a bit smaller. Constraints we leave alone. Collision. Yeah, that's the other thing. You need to remove, if you're going to get rid of soft body physics, you need to remove a collision type from the collision detection code. But so far so good, in the sense that we've reduced the amount of code. If this soft body physics doesn't work, I think I'm going to roll with just what we've removed. And now I've said that out loud, I'm going to push this code, I think. Just we're in a situation where that I can come back to this if it kind of goes wrong. Oh, I need to actually delete the actual physical files. Part and the other motivation for this is I just have less source code lying around. Ragdoll, vehicle, hair. Get rid of those two. Yeah, we don't need that. I already have the license. I have a Jolt license there. And what I should do actually is just let's this Jolt physics. I don't know, physics. I'm just writing this in for credits. Just so people don't get any ideas that I've written this myself. You know, the last thing I want to do is project some false sense of competency, I guess, or basically take the credit away from other people. I don't know what the word would be for that. The physics. I need to make this a way better. I'm trying to think what's the right. In this engine is using the Jolt physics engine. All right. Grab it. Cool. I hear the same music in your music playlist. It's a sick song, isn't it? There is a really cool article. Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't. I asked you what thing did, and I didn't even read. There's a really cool article I just read demonstrating real-time shader stuff with volumetric cloud. Oh, interesting. Some cloud lighting effects. If you do have something cool and you think it would benefit me or other people, yeah, feel free to add it in the Discord resource. I do, although Ratchet doesn't think so, I do actually read some of the stuff. Like I did go through this video that Ratchet posted. Yeah, there's a bunch of cool stuff that Ratchet posts. I honestly don't seek out many resources myself. It's probably maybe a weakness of mine. I don't know. So I haven't posted myself. But yeah, post it in there. I'll post it in the chat. Who knows? You know, you can do what you want. So you said something about JetBrains, and I probably skipped it. So I'm just going to scroll up a sec. It's kind of huge performance improvement tool. Oh, okay. Identifies, speeds up development, live templates. Interesting. So it finds, the JetBrains things optimizes your code for you. Interesting. That's really cool, actually. Is it worth? I know it seems funny to say this. For Reshaper, is it worth the money? If that makes sense. Let's just hypothetically say I'm like the best program on the planet. Does that? You posted right now. Brilliant. Thank you very much. For Reshaper, could I learn to be that good without Reshaper? I know it seems silly to say that, but cool. It doesn't do it automatically, but it detects. Oh, it can help. Okay, brilliant. Okay, cool. Because that's one of my goals of doing performance aware programming. I'm gonna just show you guys a minute. I mean, it's not gonna turn me into like Turbo a million best programmer on the planet. But yeah, I'm going through this course. I think my subscription's run out, so you see this again. But I'm currently here. I've got that far. Like I did all this, kind of took a break and came back to it in the break that I did over streaming. I'm really trying to drill into my head like how to become a better programmer. Because I do want to get good at the craft as well as just make stuff. I don't see, in my opinion, for me anyway, programming isn't just a means to an end. I talk to a lot of game developers, and that's how they see programming. They see programming as a means to an end, right? The programming is just an obstacle to get them to actualize their game ideas. For me, it's like I love the craft and thoroughly enjoy it, and getting better at like for example, in this course, you simulate an 8086 processor from well, yeah, was it? Basically, it's the first 8086 Intel processor that did it's 16-bit. It's like to the game developer guys that I talk to who like use game engines and stuff. That's like an insane thing to do. It's like, what is the point of that? But for me, it's like I just love it, and I can imagine some other people in this chat also do it. So yeah, sorry, it's a bit of a side tangent there, but I like to geek out about stuff like that. So yeah, that's why I've been not a fan of AI. That's another. I don't want to kick off a massive discussion. I know it's a bit of a can of worms, but people who I think love AI, like, see programming as just an obstacle to get what they want, to have a product or whatever. They don't see as programming as like a thing that could be in itself the goal, like drawing or something. Right. F10. Okay, so right, soft body physics. How am I gonna do this? Right, I'm just gonna lock in for a minute because this is kind of tricky. It's soft body physics is so tightly coupled with everything in the game, in the physics engine. Oh, that was it. I was gonna got distracted again. My ADHD, my non-ADHD like ADHD, is kicking in. I do not have ADHD. That's just a mad joke. New commits. I thought I checked out. Why is it saying new commits? Yes, we want to get rid of this. Oh yeah, I can't. This is annoying. I'm gonna just be the. I'm just gonna just make sure. Yeah, so we don't have Jolt as a CMake project. We just need to. I'm going to exclude it for a minute. I'll probably come back and edit. This is kind of like an intermediate render. Jolt physics. I don't want to push up that. So hopefully that picks that up. What else we got? We got new commits. We got a readme change. Fine. Yes, we delete a submodule. That's fine. We added a physics location. We added a license. Yes. It feels like. Give me a minute. I wonder if. How do you? You know, I always forget in Git. It's like how to update submodules. I always Google this. I need to commit this to memories. It's one of the most. I just want to make sure I've actually updated them. It's always this one. Because it feels like it might ask me to commit stuff, but there we go. Yeah, I don't know why it has. Yeah, okay. So I checked out tags, right? I don't know why it hadn't. It's like kind of not checked out the tags. Oh, whatever. It compiles. Add. Yep. Sorry, I'm just catching up with chat. Yeah, but Skatepoint would like to sell the game he made. Yeah, that would be the idea. We'll see. I mean, we'll see what ends up happening. I think for now, I'm okay with. I'll look into it. I'll look into it outside of stream. Thanks for the suggestion, by the way. I do honestly take on people's suggestions and criticisms alike. So I will look at Reshaper. There might be an option there, but for now, yeah, I won't do it on stream. Basically, that's all. All right. Okay. So, what do I want to call this commit? Added Jolt. Added Jolt as part of my engine instead of a submodule. Something like that. Yeah, that'll do. Hopefully GitHub doesn't scream at me for uploading so many files. So it's another important point. A lot of my updates to this engine haven't been in the master branch. So if you look at my GitHub front page, you'll see like inactivity has set in, but it's all because of, for some reason, GitHub doesn't track side branches for some reason, unless you merge them into master. Then it back. What I'm talking about is the this little thing, right? It's like, oh yes, you've stopped programming escape point. What the heck? It's like, for some reason, if you're in a different branch, it doesn't track the squares. Very sad. Okay, right. Okay, so we've done that. So we're in a safe position now. We can start ripping out, or starting to, or attempting to anyway. What is it called? Soft body stuff. Which I pray we can do without breaking things, because it is quite difficult to do. And it's quite... there's a lot to do. So... soft... So they're the two colliders that you can't have if you don't have soft body physics. Let's see, how should I do this? I'm trying to think in a way that makes sense. Because I don't want to remove all the soft body physics and figure out that I broke something along the way. But if I remove like soft body vertices, for example, it just, or vertex. Yeah, let's remove the collision types, I think, first. Because that's a lower level down in the tree of things, so... remove the colliders, and then it doesn't break, then we at least know the colliders aren't breaking, it's just the bodies themselves. Right. Colliders are in collision? Nope, they are in collision. So yeah, these are used everywhere in a lot of different functions, because you need to basically build a collision detection for every single type of body versus every single type of body. So it's like, it's a combinatorics thing, so we're gonna have to do a lot. Even though we're removing 2 files, it's a big change, but I hope, because it's not actually the core code, so let's see. Right, so these 2 need to be removed, so I know. I don't think soft exists in this directory anymore. Yeah. Okay. So this will break a lot of different stuff in Jolt anyway. But that's the point anyway. I want to delete these 2 things, and then what I'll do is I'll try and find the lowest level soft body physics thing, remove that, which I think will be mostly in the physics system class. If I can clean up the physics system class, everything doesn't break, then I can slowly work backwards up to the structs basically that have the plain old data in, because if I start with the plain old data, then I need to clean up everything, because everything uses that. Yeah, I want to work backwards, and I think collision is a good place to start, because it's not technically body related, it's just building the collision detection for the bodies. Right, let's get on with it. Yeah, thanks for letting me talk out loud. It does help me think. Yeah, submodules are sick. It's just I didn't want to include this as a submodule. Because I want to edit the files themselves, like I'm doing now, and it would just be a pain in the neck. The only downside, like without doing submodules, I think I've talked about this as well. If I'm editing the files and there's like a breaking change that I need to fix, then yeah, it's gonna be kind of tricky to backport what they've done. But the reason it gave me the motivation to do this, or the confidence that I could do this even, is the fact that earlier versions of Jolt have been used commercially. So it's not like the stuff that I want to use is buggy and terrible. It's like it's been used in two different game engines. Yeah, game engines, I could say. But two different games. I did mean to say that. So yeah, I'm totally fine. This is likely. Yeah. So these. So yeah, collide. This function needs to be removed everywhere, which is the function I initially removed. I'm just gonna do that. It does it helps me out, so I want to just remove the colliders for every single type of thingy. Only use what I want. Compile the oops, no thank you, never using that, as long as I can help it anyway. I just mouse slipped. I kind of clicked on the drag. Right, compound shapes. Yep. Again, this very well written code. It's only possible that I could do this because it is so well written. So hats off to the guy and the team. For allowing me to make this even possible in the first place. I mean, I've written a collision detection engine before, but it's nowhere near as complicated as this. And I don't want to have to reuse. So that's the interface. I think I'm gonna have to fix my YouTube playlist. I guarantee that it's gonna repeat. But I do really like the song, so we can roll with it for now. Yeah, so bit of grunt work, but it's also fragile. I've got to make sure I don't delete stuff that I'm not supposed to. So it's a bit, although it's kind of repetitive and kind of, yeah, grunt work, I guess. If I get it wrong, I will have messed up everything. I don't want to make a mistake. So I'm going to be a little quieter, I think, on this particular, oops. Yep, soft body. Right. Yep. I mean, it'll be just an easy reset. What is it? Control. Search the whole solution type of deal. But it is chill. Still, though, I don't want to make a mistake. So, yeah, just forgive me if I'm not looking at the chat. This is a very much like, you look away, you make a mistake. Yes, this is likely an interface. Yeah, just shape.h. So that will cause compilation issues, I think, for the override keyword. Goodbye. Okay, yeah. I think we're getting there. Yeah, so this is what I spent yesterday doing and realizing that I kind of was too aggressive, if that makes sense. Too aggressive. Interestingly, the cylinders, believe it or not, according to Jolt's documentation, are the most unstable shapes that it computes for. And tapered cylinders are in the same category as that. I'm not exactly sure why, but obviously the maths for cylinders are kind of difficult. I only did implemented the separating axis theorem. So, right, so we leave. No, we're gonna have to. Yeah. So this gets a little tricky. So we will eventually remove this file, so it's not like I need to concern too much with this. Let's see. So this is just for the callbacks, I think. So yeah, obviously we're breaking the soft body stuff. Soft body shape. Yeah. I believe that's going to be most, if not all, the compilation errors. Alright, let's catch up. You actually ended up making IMGUI changes in your editor. Just included IMGUI namespace and placed my own custom IMGUI there. Nice. Oh, you had to fork IMGUI like I'm doing? Or are you talking about Jolt? Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about forking. I could have forked Jolt the whole time. Yeah, that's, maybe I should have done that. Yeah, I could have done that. Do I want to do that? I think it's fine for now. You needed to change the Vulkan backend? Ratchet? Wow. Huh. You're right, there is a sunk cost fallacy argument to be made here. I haven't forked in years. I don't even know how you do it. So the idea is you fork the project, you have your own repo of it, then you edit that version, you then submodule that in, right? Oh, okay, right. I think I'm fine. What is this? Oh, cool. Yeah, I should mention actually, I didn't know what that was. That was, people have started my project. Yeah, honestly, thank you for starting my project, Void. Very much appreciate anyone who, I'm not sure what it does, but I have had some strange emails about that. There's a bit of a funny story. They always turn up in my junk folder, and I don't know how they find my email, but yeah, some people email me because of my project has stars or whatever. And someone wanted to make t-shirts and different merch for my game engine. And I was like, what? Did they even know what I'm doing? I kindly said no. Obviously, it's very nice that someone's... Obviously, it was automated. I think that's why I was getting pinged. I don't think my engine's anything special. But I was like, okay, no thank you. But they kept emailing me like I didn't even... I didn't even respond. It was a very strange... It was like, hey, I'm popping this up to your top of your inbox. It was like all in spam, so it wasn't being popped up to anything. Like they just kept going and going and going for like a couple of days, and I was like, I really don't need a mug with... I wouldn't even know what to put on it, you know what I mean? Like, what on earth would you put on a mug or a t-shirt. Like I literally, I couldn't even do it as a joke. I literally had no idea. Very funny. So I'm getting like funny emails like that. Occasionally turn up my spam. I literally don't know. Yeah, it sounds like it sounds like 100% sounds like spam. Yeah, it's an AI company for sure. Scam. Yeah, without a doubt. I was extremely suspicious when it comes to this, and I don't think anyone here. Maybe you guys are the biggest fans that I ever have, right? Let's just imagine that we have a hyperfan who's not typing in chat. I don't think anyone here would buy anything like that related to my game engine. Like a t-shirt with, I don't know, a duck saying void or something. That's just like it just seems such a random thing as well. Like, who buys t-shirts of like GitHub repositories? I mean, it's cool. Like, I can imagine it's cool, but it's the whole business idea was very strange. I just didn't understand why me, and also what. Very strange. Yeah, the elite lurker. You get emails telling me that I should hire them and make an interactive, fantastic website. Yeah. Oh yeah. I think I've had that on LinkedIn, but not my emails. Yeah. Or like, yeah, I'm very much the same. Like, no. It's just, yeah. So someone on LinkedIn was emailing me about, well, I don't know what it's, messaging me or whatever, about how I should have a website. I was like, why did I know? You're just gonna AI slop it together anyway. Anyway, we got everything works, so that was nice. So let's find the next thing that we want to remove. Yeah, funny days, funny times. So yeah, by the way, there's new merch coming out for the physics engine. I mean, for the game engine. Wouldn't it be funny if that was a whole ad read? By the way, guys, I actually went for it. We do actually have a t-shirt. It's just black, hence the voidness. No. Yeah. But yeah, going back to, I always appreciate anyone subscribing, liking the stream, commenting, even chatting in the stream. It's all very nice. I very much. It's cool. It's very cool that you guys are such a cool community, even though we're very small. Anyway, off the top of my head, I don't exactly know what's the easiest thing to remove. I think I just need to dive into soft body and just see what's what. Okay. So I imagine these three aren't things I want to remove. The update. No, physics. That was the one. Physics has soft body stuff in it, and it's pretty high level because this is the interface to the physics engine. So what I'm going to do is literally just look for soft and try and remove it. The contact listener. Yeah, that's the thing. I think this is for a class that I've deleted. Or have I? Contact listener. Yeah, okay. Let's start with that then. Get rid of contact listener. And yeah, we'll go there. Contact listener. That'll be soft body. Yeah, because this doesn't feel very. I think all that is a function callback. Oops, wrong project. One email I got wanted to hire me as a senior rendering engineer at some random AI company. No way, really? You know what? I wonder if it was the same company. That happened to me too. It was a random AI company. I wonder if it was the same one. We got the same email. That would have been funny. I looked it up online and it had like it's AI company. It was like a weird one because it was like a cryptocurrency backed AI company that was making a game engine or something. It's a very again another weird email. And that just turned up in my inbox, I believe, because of my GitHub. Again, I really don't know how people know what my email is. Yeah, it was a very yeah, I was like, what the heck? Yeah, it might have been the same one. That's so funny. Oh, we could have been working together, Ratchet. Oh, what a disappointment. It was offering me a bit too much money, and I was like, what? This is a very strange thing. It was like an AI-driven 3D game engine where you were able to like AI slop together some assets or something. And yeah, and I found the website on kind of like a cryptocurrency tracker website, and the whole company was, it just screamed scam, honestly. I did consider it, to be honest, because I was kind of like, you know, I thought let's not immediately throw it. Let's just see what happens, you know. And yeah, in the end, I decided not to go for it. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, straight up was the same one. That's so funny. 100% believe that an AI was emailing had hallucinated. Yeah, maybe. That's so funny that me and Ratchet had the same email. Oh wow. Oh, if only we went for it, we could have been famous, rich game developers. Yeah, I'm always polite because I don't want to say F you, stop emailing me kind of thing. That's just not who I am, really. I know other people who would definitely say something like that. So soft body motion, I can safely delete, but for now, safe to say that we're not getting any t-shirts or merch, and I'm not being hired as part of a random cryptocurrency AI company anytime soon. Very funny. So added contact listener. Yeah, the reason I wanted to get rid of this guy is because it's used everywhere, I think. Maybe I should have got rid of property motion, but I feel that's pretty low level in a soft body hierarchy. Yeah, okay, so physics system. Yeah, okay, so this won't link. Although I've compiled it. If I try and run this, I know it won't link. Because this is the class I deleted. And I need to get rid of this file. This confused me last time. If only got accepted, indeed, we could buy a shiny jacket. Yeah. They just want you to log in. Yeah, that's true. They just want me to log into their website, clone my repo, and steal everything. Yep. I can imagine that's... Yeah. Sidestep 100%. Yep. Here in my garage, indeed. Now that would be a conspiracy and a half if Ty Lopez was somehow involved. Right, okay, so... Yeah, we need to go into here, delete this. And... Yeah, so physics system, contact listener... So we don't want the contact listener for these guys at all. I want to get rid of this as well, because we don't have any collision detection for the soft body. Again, I'm going to have to go a bit quiet again, so I don't want to make a mistake, because this is used everywhere. So this is we're not going to use this file. Don't care. We just want it to compile. I'm not going to leave that. I'm going to leave that alone. So this is the physics system in the vendor. I want to avoid that. Alright, so it hopefully should compile. And we shouldn't get any issues. I'm going to compile Jolt first. Alright, so this is a whole rebuild. Not rebuild. You know what I mean. Whole rebuild of Jolt, because... Oh, never mind. Incremental build. Yeah, let me... Again, this song is cool, but YouTube is repeating itself. It like repeats like the... I don't know why, it repeats like the... When you've been listening to a playlist long enough, it like repeats the like same 3 videos over and over again. And we end up... Even when shuffle's on. There we go, Panic Room. That'll do. What was I doing? Just a run. Cool. Everything's chill. So the next thing to delete, I kind of want to delete the stuff that does the maths, not uses the maths, if that makes sense. So what about this? What does it do? Actually, I can just check how often this is used. Because if it's used literally everywhere, then we're gonna have to be careful. I mean, it's eventually gonna have to make big changes. Don't get me wrong, but all right. So this is definitely doing something more. This is actually creating the soft body. Really? No, it's just setting a bunch of variables. Okay, so this has the data in that gets used. Okay, so we don't want to remove that last, effectively. What about you? What do you have in there? Yeah, I had a feeling you had more going on. What about this? Doubt. Okay. Looks like we're going to get to a point we're going to start deleting lots of stuff. Shed. Yeah, I think there's not really much I can get away with at this point. It did take it quite a while to get rid of it last time. Yeah. Yeah, so obviously these are small, but they're going to be used literally everywhere. I think this is going to be the best, I think. The creation of the soft body. So that we shouldn't actually yet be in the physics simulation deciding between rigid body and soft body yet. So even though it's going to be a big change, but I kind of knew there's going to be a big change. This is kind of the point of doing this last and in bits. So get rid of these two. And oops. And what did I just delete? Soft body creation settings. Soft body creation settings. Yeah, because I went too aggressive. I must have deleted something. Jolt CMake. Yes, I did delete that. Let's just look for .cmake. We don't want this. Thank you. Let's save. I did. Right. Let's bring on the compilation errors. Hi Mozart, how you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Thanks for checking out the stream. I'm just working through a library right now and deleting some stuff that I don't want in the library. And we're just removing bits carefully because I did this earlier and it kind of broke everything. So yeah. Right, let's go. Well, that's compiling. Soft body creation. Settings. Maybe I should have deleted these first. Oh well. There's only so much you can do. Allocate soft body. We're not going to do that. So again, I'm going to have to be a bit quieter just to make sure I concentrate and don't make a mistake, because I clearly deleted something while I was doing this. Because I was like, admittedly, I was kind of half paying attention, which is always a great idea when you're doing something dangerous. Yeah, okay, so this doesn't exist anymore, which is fine. This has to be deleted somewhere else. This is part of a soft body, yeah. So, yeah, so I need to find all them. I think I'll come back to the compilation errors, actually, after I've deleted this, because this is kind of important. Because this does make a difference to templates and stuff. No, sorry. It won't be picked up in compilation errors. It'll just be like a weird linker error if I don't get rid of these properly. But now if I delete them here, right, we should be compiling with errors that are kind of easier to debug. So yeah, stuff like that, basically. So this is something I can completely delete. Don't have to think at all. Whoops, delete an actual. So I'm eventually not going to use this function. So, sorry, this file. Delete that. Create soft body. Apparently doesn't have a body. Create soft body with ID. Yeah, couldn't quite work that out, which, you know, fair enough. I'm asking a lot of IntelliSense. Okay, so create soft body and add. We don't want either. And we want to delete just one error at a time. Yep, got rid of that as well. Add soft body. I don't think we deleted too many things here, to be honest. I thought this would be bigger. Yes. We don't want this. We don't want these. Goodbye. Which may cause more compilation issues. But we've got to do it. Got the Final Fantasy VIII music to help us. Excuse me. Yeah, let's just get some water. Sorry, are you, Mozart, you have said, are you trying to be a game dev or a graphics dev? I'm not trying to really be anything. I'm just trying to make a cool little game that people might want to play. So I guess I'm trying to be a game developer. But now game dev means that, you know, how do I say this? There is some, like, a game developer nowadays is someone who uses a game engine, right? So I'm not really trying to make a game as fast as possible. I'm just trying to enjoy the process of making a game engine that eventually we'll have a game for people to play. So this is the tricky part. So yeah, sorry about the cut-off answer there, but yeah, that's basically I'm just trying to do my own thing, just trying to enjoy life by programming the stuff I want to program, and that happens to be making a game engine, really. So I'm just, you know, just trying to do that basically. Read soft bodies. I think this is to do with streaming. Yeah. So what's cool about this physics engine? I believe it can actually write out the physics locations and stuff of different bodies, which is really, really, really cool. So it's like a level editor components. Yeah, excuse me, my voice is hoarse. Where am I from? From the UK. Where are you from, Mozart? I'm not quite familiar. Isn't he from France? I can't exactly remember. Forgive my lack of my ignorance when it comes to classical music. Scotland! Yeah, to blast that out and deafen everyone briefly. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, I literally... I've probably been told where Mozart was once born, but I literally don't remember. Germany. And Austria. Got you. Thank you. Pulls out 500 bagpipes. Just like Mozart would have wanted. Interesting. Yeah, I've never been that good at history, admittedly. It's one of my weakest areas. So honestly, there's a lot of things that I'm lacking when it comes to my historical knowledge of like general things. I just personally, I just don't. I never found it that interesting in school. Let's see. Is this the thing we deleted? No, what is it missing? Oh, I deleted it. Okay, it's already deleted. Soft body motion. Okay, I already deleted it. Yeah, I think it's time to recompile and see what's missing. There's probably more compilation errors. I was wondering because of the time. You're close to my time, but your accent sounds American, kinda. Meh. There you go. Yeah, no problem. You can ask that question. There's no qualms with that. No, I am as they say, English as a cricket bat. Although I feel like cricket's more Indian nowadays, so or Australian. I feel like we've lost our dominance when it comes to cricket. Okay, cool. That's I was a bit nerve-wracking there. So we are still getting some things are still working. I think. Nope. Yeah, I mean. Yeah, most people say I sound British, but I don't know. Maybe there's a. Maybe everyone's used to the London accent or something. I'm definitely not from London. Okay, so what are we deleting next? I'm thinking of this, the soft body manifold. I think this seems small. Small enough that it's. I mean, it might be you know, it might be used everywhere, but I think we've done a lot of that already. So, manifold, soft body manifold. Yeah, because if this all works, I'm probably gonna move to Linux after. But we'll see if I have time. / want to. Do I have a CS degree? I do. Honestly, I feel like I'm not using Dear I Am GUI to its fullest potential. I could have way cooler UI. Well, you've seen my UI. It's definitely better than mine. Your UI looks good. I think I've seen Blue. If people don't know, he's a guy who's been in our community for a while. His UI makes it look like a air quotes serious game engine, if that makes sense. It has like it's got the Unity and Godot look to it. Currently been fired, so I don't really have a job at the moment. Yeah, long story. It's the company was doing really badly, so it had to look good to shareholders and stockholders. So they fired like half the staff. So yeah, I'm just chilling. I don't let it get me down or anything. Yeah, build Jolt first and I'll build the rest. Oh yeah, you too, since January. Me too, actually, yeah, January. Literally, January the 9th. No, not January the 9th. Yeah, a bit after that. But the company's stock went up, so, you know, that's good for them. Unity's and Blender's UIs all I'm GUI. Ah, okay, that makes sense. I mean, that was a quick thing. My TikTok For You page is full of people with CS degrees not finding any job. Is it really that bad? It was bad when I joined. I don't know what your For You page is like, so I can't really say exactly, but is it really that bad? I want to say yes and no. I feel like your For You page will be feeding you content that you interact with. And because of that, you're going to get more people talking about the same thing that you interact with. But at the same time, San Francisco, Silicon Valley and that have gone absolutely insane with AI. I mean, absolutely nuts. And because of that, it's a weird time to be a programmer. I still think people can find good jobs. I think it depends on what you want to do. For example, C++ is a little shielded versus web development. Web development feels closer to, you know... I wouldn't believe people who are saying it's being replaced or anything, but it's like... I think it's harder to be a web developer now than it ever has been. In my loose opinion. So is it as bad as is it as bad as your For You page on TikTok? No, but there is a problem. It is rocky right now. I know. All I know is the defense industry is hiring, which, you know, is concerning in itself. I'm a AAA game artist by trade. Oh, I didn't know that. That's really cool. And I have... excuse me, sorry, there's a fly. Got it. So I'm a AAA game artist by trade, and I have some friends who've been laid off, and they are senior developers. And it took them 8 months to get another job. Yeah, that's pretty standard. I mean, when I was trying to get my first job, it took me a year to get my first job after uni, and that was like pre-pandemic, pre-AI. I mean, AI was being developed, but no one knew about it. So, yeah, it's certainly a strange time, but I think it's doable. I don't think... yeah, it's hard to comment. I feel like everything's foggy right now, if that makes sense. It's like it's hard to see the future. So for me to say like this and that, I predict this and that, it would be disingenuous, honestly. I don't know what's going on. Ugh, I might have to delete this whole file. That's not what I wanted to do. In that case, let's bring back this settings thing. Yeah, we want to delete... let's go to recycling bin. We just deleted... What did we just delete? It is... shared settings, okay. Soft body shared settings. In my opinion, though, if you're good enough, anyone can hire you. That's one thing I hold on to as well. It's the yes, you may be fired or whatever, but if you're like one of the best programmers or whatever, like it doesn't matter. Like, that's all I'm focusing on. I'm a bit detached from the general San Francisco scene, though. CMake. Ugh. So I just restored this. So we want to get rid of properties first. It looks like one thing at a time. One CBB. Caps. Throw this in here. Put that there. Regenerates. Save. I think that's the only thing I changed. I think I removed some headers from places, but I think... No, it's the only place. Yeah, because I was clicking on it over and over again. Okay. Yeah, okay, so we're going to get rid of properties instead. Yeah, going too quick will just burn me. Property motion. And property motion, open up file. Delete these guys. And yeah, remove that, regenerate. And let's build Jolt. What's missing? I think we're making quite good progress, to be honest. Once we've done this, I'm... Oh, really? Well, no compilation errors. Oh, linker errors there. Yeah, I thought that was a bit too good to be true. Ah, okay, it's... Yeah. Yeah, this is what I wanted to change. If I'm going to change something, I want to change something that's in the actual, like, physics system, bodies, etc. Yeah, soft body motion... Great, so hopefully that causes a bunch of compilation errors. And it looks like, I reckon if I go to the headers of these files, we're going to see like a class forward declared. No? No? Okay. That's chill. Build, build, build. Fantastic. I didn't make the connection. Your relic's in the server. Oh my goodness, I didn't realize. You make the brilliant helicopter planes and stuff. It's because you had a different. You literally have the same name, but I was like, oh yeah, it's a different profile picture. Oh, I'm dumb sometimes. Right. Okay. Let's go. Is soft body. Yep. It's the same relics, there we go. Yep. He's here. I don't know why we thought it was someone else. I had no reason to not suspect it was you. But there we are. Yes, thank you for joining the Discord and posting stuff. Honestly, it's appreciated. Isn't this something we deleted? Whoops. What? Yeah, we don't care about that. Okay. Hi. Is soft body. Is not body. Right. Let's make sure I'm deleting everything correctly. Cool. So then we need this. Else if rigid body, else soft body. Believe that's all soft body related. Nice. And soft body properties. Right, I'm just going to compile because I'm not sure. Oh. It's a big giveaway. There's stuff down here. That's an issue. Initialize soft body context. Allocate soft body context. Number of bodies. Number of soft bodies. Can we safely delete this, I wonder? Right, Jolt soft body collide. Right, I'm just going to get rid of the compilations for now. No, I did this before. No, if I delete that though, give me a second, let me think. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want any of these, really. I know this is a bit aggressive, but let's just make sure that's everything correctly done. Right. Yeah, I will rebuild now because I'm not... Well, rebuild. Build Jolt again. Since... Always being, yeah. Since when are you working on your game? So are you asking how long I've been working on my game, or how? Yeah. Or when I started. This particular project's been going for about... I started it in January of this year. So yeah, January of this year. So 4 months. Again, I'll get rid of all this stuff eventually, but I just want to compile it for now without ripping everything out. But this project is a clone of another one. No, it's 3D. I'll show you actually in a minute. Assuming this works. Yeah, it's not really visually interesting that much, but let me I'll show you anyway if it doesn't work. Okay. Let me just get rid of this breakpoint that we've been stuck on. Alright. So this is where I'm up to anyway. It's not exactly the most advanced, but we have a lot of stuff, but you can see it's 3D. And stuff moving around. So still in the early days. That error is to do with I'm not shutting down Jolt, so there you go. Yeah, don't have your mind too blown by that demo. Yeah, there we go. Stars it in duck version. The return of the ducks. Quack, 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 quack. Anyway. But this is why I'm adding physics. I haven't implemented any physics yet. I wanna have stuff be able to be interacted with and make a little demo people can play or something. What are we deleting next? So settings was update context maybe? Yeah. Physics. Yeah, update context. And no, save regenerates. And build Jolt again. And I hope I haven't... Oh, hang on. Soft body motion. Properties. Do we... Is this even in the project anymore? I thought I deleted this. Huh? Oh, hang on. I think I only delete the source file. Yeah. That's fine. Bro, where are you getting this from? I deleted that, didn't I? Let's bring you back from the dead. Yes, thank you. I don't want to see this file anymore. Alright, let's try again. That's better. That's better. Jolt properties. Is it? This. Oh, this is in soft body, which we were soft body settings, which we eventually delete. Okay, that's good to know. I was going to say that was a bit complicated. Soft body settings. Yep, this is soft body settings.cpp. Build. Cool, more errors, which is what... This is what I expected initially, I don't know. Soft body properties. Alright, search. Where are we? Soft body shape. Alright, yeah, we can just... I don't have to think for this. Where are we? Soft body shape. I don't know. Return, whatever that is. Delete. Hopefully it isn't a bad omen that we're getting the losing music from Dynasty Warriors 3. I'm probably being a bit too cautious here. I literally could just delete this file. But, yeah. Yeah, so this is why I'm doing this, where I'm just returning an empty struct or class or whatever. If it does become an issue, I will just delete the actual function. But this might be used somewhere else, and I want to use that as part of the when I actually delete the shape, because the shape is everywhere. So. Oh. I was enjoying that then. Oh, I played this game so much as a kid. Yeah, sorry I'm not looking at chat at the moment, I'm just making sure that everything makes sense that I'm doing. Because it is a bit dangerous. Stats. This returns. Oh, it's a struct. Okay, thought it was an enum. Alright. Plus triangle. Ugh. Turns 1. So I think we can just wipe this out. Wipe that out as well. Wipe this out. Okay, so this is just a bunch of collision detections. Cool. Okay, we missed one. So it doesn't have a default constructor. I was afraid of that, but it does now. Okay. Oh. Cool. And what were the other errors? Were they just all in this file? Soft body properties, which is we deleted that. Just this. Yeah, we're gonna have to go back to the CPP file again. Soft body shape. Let's just recompile. Just build the projects. Just see what's missing. We should be nearly there. I'm pretty confident, assuming this works, that we haven't broken anything, to be honest. I think we're getting down to the final bits. I might just kind of try. If I can get rid of soft body shared settings, I'll just delete everything else in one go. So I think we've got 2 more goes of this and then we're done. Yeah, so we will have officially ripped apart Jolt to fit our needs. And then I might call it because my throat is getting sore. You know, honestly, if you knew me in real life, you would. I'm quite. Well, it depends. It depends on the people I'm around, I think, but I'm not the talker in the room, as you might be tricked into assuming based on these streams. Oh yeah, must return something. Okay, I can't imagine that's going to cause a long rebuild. Yeah, Loki's same, yeah. I'm more of a listener than a speaker. Alright. Let's see. I think we have a breakpoint in the right place. Yes. Cool. That's brilliant. Right, I think the final big one. If we can get rid of shared settings, then we're done. I think the rest will be trivial. And then I'll push this up. And then you might see me tomorrow on Linux. Who knows? I don't spend as much time on Linux because I do most of my dev work on Windows, push up and then see, you know, fix stuff that MSVC missed. And, you know, fix Linux specific issues on Linux. So it's a bit downstream from what we end up doing on Windows. Mostly because I'm more familiar with Windows. I'm sure eventually I don't know what I'm going to do in the future when it comes to development, but for now this works. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, so soft body shared settings. Let's get rid of it. And goodbye. And we want to go in here, delete you two. And this will be a big W session if we can get this working. Did I save the CMake? Yep. Reload. Cool. And build. Oh. Okay. I won't trust that, but brilliant. Shared settings was already isolated. Now the final three things are just everything else. And then we've carefully extracted out soft body physics and collision detection, which we would never use. Anyway, I think everything else we could use, so I'm just leaving it. Where's soft body gone? And let's see, build, reload. We should just have no soft body folder. Everything's deleted. Let's see. Yep, makes sense. There's stuff to fix. So this is the fundamental type that actually stores the body stuff. Right. So it looks like internal class is soft body. That's never going to be a question. It's always going to be a what is it called? All right, yeah, let's rebuild. We're not getting any compilation errors if it can't do a hash include. Oh, really? That's surprising. Alright, let's see. Right, www. Yes. Oh, I know why that's happening. Okay. I'm giving all the threads to the physics simulation. Right, fair enough. I wonder if what's this return? Unsigned int. Oh, I'm setting up and destroying the same thing over and over again. It's unlikely that's the actual issue then. I'm kind of curious if it's the threads. No, it's even worse with a bunch of I wonder if that was the issue with the printing. I'm never ever gonna... This is just me experimenting. This is not like an issue. Because I'm gonna move all this out and start... Ah, okay, so we reset the physics simulation every single time. We do the physics simulation, and then we come back to the physics simulation. Yeah, I think that's actually the issue. We're setting up, doing the physics simulation, destroying over and over and over again. So yeah, completely understandable why that's happening. Alright, so let's push. So yeah, before we go any further though, we're definitely going to make sure this works on Linux. Ripped out everything we don't need in the project we are working on. Alright. And after that, push. I'm going to call it here, guys. Thanks for turning up, and it was really fun chatting with everyone today. I really had a really fun time. I hope it made, you know, other people's days a little better. Yeah, thanks for sticking with me through my crunchy micness, and yeah, I'll see you hopefully tomorrow if nothing comes up.